So Sean, typically the person who won the previous year would deliver the trophy. Would which side will you be on? Will you be delivering a trophy or will you
I'm
be
gonna,
competing?
I'm gonna be delivering it back to myself.
Hey, hey, I'm clipping that. I'm clipping
Hey,
that.
I want some clip. I'm gonna deliver it back to myself.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm definitely gonna clip that. Computer. Cool. We got it in there. So I was thinking, and the power of editing gives me a freedom to not worry about saying everything perfectly anymore. I'm learning quickly. Um, I was hoping to do a couple things. And Sean, you tell me what you think, because we want to spend a good amount of the show talking about number one, your St. Louis Pro experience, as well as your most recent experience winning that overall in Las Vegas. So we'll spend a lot of time on that. I also want to spend some time just kind of, I mean, we can either highlight the top five or just talk. I mean, since it was only seven, we can talk about the seven that showed up at Las Vegas. We don't have to spend a lot of time, but just what we saw based on being in person, based on pictures, and then we can talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh coming up. So those latter two topics probably won't take a long time because again, we want to spend most of the time talking about or talking to you about you and everything going on. So what I can do,
Y'all don't hear that in the background?
Nope.
mm-mm.
Y'all don't? Okay, good.
That reminds me of Friday, man. Somebody call my name. You got up off the porch, you ran.
Yeah.
Sean do have the munchies, man. I don't know. I got to ask some questions, some pertinent questions here. So
What's
hopefully
going on?
it'll let me hopefully it'll let me go back in. Okay. So I think that'll be easy. So I can go right back in and then we can
Y'all want to see what we eating?
okay. That's like Thanksgiving, man, for a bodybuilder, bro.
Chicken, broccoli, rice.
Man, so how you feeling, man?
I feel good today, man. I just got done doing that cardio, which was good, man. I broke one of Antonio's rules, which was having more than two slices of pizza. My stomach was in a knot.
I bet, bro.
Boy, so I'm glad that that's probably worked all the way through. But my coach is like, eat. He's like, you gonna need some food in you to hold you. So he wanted me to eat. So I was trying to force myself to eat, but at the same time, I didn't really want to eat. Like I know he's got a plan and he knows what he's doing. But at
Oh,
the same time, he wants to make sure I
there
don't
we go.
lose my fullness and bubbliness. So I understand.
I know I don't know if y'all saw actually because I didn't post that. I just posted the announcement of Sean winning, but the interviewer or the MC uh after he won asked him what's first thing he's gonna do. He said, well, first of all, I'm going to BJ's to get me a Biscoff Kazuki. Oh,
Pazuki.
Pazuki.
What is
Yeah,
that?
man.
We gonna we gonna have to go. I think it was a story, so I don't know if I can find it. We're gonna try to find it, but it's a dessert, and it was
It's
all
like a
that.
like a skillet cookie with ice cream, and they do all different type of flavors. So This one was a sugar cookie, skillet cookie with ice cream, Biscoff crumble, Biscoff cookie. They had a strawberry shortcake one that his wife and I both got the smaller one of it. They had like a cookies and cream one. Generally, I would have probably got like 4 flavors, but I limited myself to 2. And I tried to get both the mini ones, but the Biscoff one came only in a big one. I tried. Steven was there, so he saw. He's my witness. They said we can only do it in a large. I said God is good. Bring it.
God is good.
Won't he
No
do it?
excuses now. Let's go.
Won't he do it? Yeah, I witnessed it firsthand, man. I'm like, man, this brother can put it away. I'm like, man, it's all good,
It's
man.
I was forcing myself to do it though. So I'd already drank and I was drinking a gallon of water too. So I was already like full. So I was like, I really didn't want to eat it, but I knew I needed to eat. So I did it.
Well, listen, man, for our viewers who don't know who you are, number one, they should know by now because your name is all over this map, man, the proverbial map. Uh, got Hart McGrath talking about you. Definitely Natty Physique Pod, Men's Physique New. Everybody talking about you now, man. So I don't think there's a such thing as you sneaking up on anybody anymore. Like you are officially a problem, as I said. This is a IFBB Pro, Sean Crawford, and newly crowned Ben Weider qualified 2026 Las Vegas Pro-Am IFBB Natural Pro Show champion of men's physique. Woo! That's a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
words, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of words, brother. I don't know if I can say that again without getting a headache.
Yeah.
Man,
How does
brother,
it feel, Sean?
That feels good, but
But
I will say I ain't lost too often. So
Talk that talk.
but so I will say that, so someone asked me like how many shows have I done? I think now I've done like 7 shows. And of those shows, 1, 2, 3 of them, I won overall. My first national show, I got second. My second national show, I got first. My first pro show, I didn't win, so I got 7th. But that was still good to me, going up against Olympians and a real good lineup.
absolutely.
And then this one I won. So like I'm I'm used to being competitive. So it's kind of like when you're expecting to do well, even if it's not win, like it's not something where it's like I think it's gonna happen again. So it's not like, oh man, I got first, this. My brain is like, okay, on to the next, like what's gonna happen? Like it wasn't a fluke. It's gonna happen again. So now let's start chipping away at coming in better. To do it again. Because some people think it's a fluke, even though you say like people are talking about me and everything. Some people still don't think I should have won. Some people still think it was, we don't know. Well, I got to do it again, So it's
Yeah,
on
right.
to the next. It's on to the next.
Love that mentality, man. Love that mentality.
What's interesting is that, and it's a age old thing, is that you're gonna always have doubters, and that's anybody. You're gonna have supporters. You're gonna have doubters. You're gonna have, the early adopters. They're the ones that stand in line when the iPhone first come out. Then you have people that still got an iPhone 8.
Yeah.
You got to prove to them that they need to get something new. And it's okay. Listen, your track record speaks for itself, man. I mean, you're having an Aaron Banks type run, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say
Say
in the
that.
natural world because you've been competing mostly in hand shows,
Yeah.
and you're on a crazy run right now, man, and all the momentum is in your court. Um, and what's crazy is that you can get better. That's what's
Right.
scary. Like,
Yeah.
I guess to answer your question, that's another thing in my head. I look at it and we won, but I'm like, I can come in better. Like I have a better look. You know what I mean? I can come in much tighter. I can come in and compete with their midsection. You know what I mean? Where somebody's like, oh, he wasn't all the way in shape and this. I'm like,
You know
I
you
can come
more
in
than
from,
anybody else. Yeah.
you know what I mean? I can come in and I think there's a better look that's there and we're gonna get it. So
So, Sean, is that what the judges said?
we won't know what they said. They said don't change nothing. They said do not change your look. They said if anything, come in a little tighter, add, some back size, but they said you got a great look. And
So
quite
just
honestly, all my feedback I've ever gotten at shows, other than St. Louis, has always kind of been that. Wow, go to nationals. Go to nationals. Go this year. I'm not ready. Go this year. Go to nationals. Don't change anything. Don't do any arms has been one. Don't do any more arms. You know what I mean? Like, don't let that overtake your physique. But even when they said that, I was looking at my physique, my coach looking at my physique, and we're saying, you gotta grow here. Even when I look at my physique, I'm like, man, delts could be better. Upper chest still could be better. Back, you know what I mean, could bring in more detail and a little more density. It's hard to get width as a natural athlete. Like, that takes a lot of time. And
Yeah.
sometimes you'll never really get that width, you know. So I'm okay if I can't get as wide as some of these guys, but if I can match their
Play your
density,
game.
you know what I mean, match
right.
there and have and be basically complete everywhere else, that's my goal. And if I get width, that's fine. But I I don't see too many natural guys that get really, 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 get a lot of width.
Right.
It's
I
either
can
you have
agree.
it or naturally is either you have it or you don't.
That's true.
But then,
That's true. And they mentioned something like that. One of the hosts of the men's physique show, which is Hart McGrath and his two other uh, friends or what have you. They mentioned one of them mentioned that uh, to the naked eye, he doesn't look natural, but I can tell. He said something about your delts, how they potentially could be a little
well,
bit more blocky if you were enhanced, and also
because the delts have the most androgen receptors. That's when most people do steroids. Their delts are going to grow. Their shoulders give it away
yeah,
because
yeah,
they grow. They grow the easiest. You don't know exactly what's going to grow, but
Right.
you do know that the most receptors in the shoulders. Most people do get really wide and capped shoulders when they start running. You know what I mean? So,
and they
and
get
my thing with it is like, yeah, to the naked eye, I would look like I'm on steroids. That's always been my goal, is to
Right.
look like that because I have to try to compete against that. And so
Exactly.
it's say to say like, oh, he doesn't look natural. Well, unfortunately, I don't want to look natural because I don't want to just compete in natural shows. Like,
Bingo.
I plan to compete in open shows. I think I can compete with those guys. So my goal is to have a look that can compete with them.
yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up, man, and I think it's good to talk about this as natural competitors. What I love about natural competitors is that we don't want to be seen as natural. We're willing to
Thank
go up against anybody.
thank
And
you.
we're not giving excuses, right? We
No,
have to go up against somebody enhanced. We're not going to say, "Oh, we got beat because we enhanced." Like, no, we're
yeah,
going to try to
no,
beat you.
that's
bingo.
right.
That's what we want to do. I love that mentality about natural competitors.
That's right. And I think having that mentality, it pushes you to be at your best, and you don't use being natural as a cop out. Well,
Right.
they were enhanced, so that's why they won. I mean, that's one perspective. Another perspective is I'm gonna try to win regardless of what my status is. And I think
Right.
that's what pushes you to be great and be in the conversation. I think, Sean, if
That's
you had that
that's
mentality,
always been
you wouldn't have the
that's
success you
been my
have.
mentality throughout sports in general. So when I played basketball, I played everything. My dad trained me for the longest. When I first started playing, he didn't let me use the excuse, "Oh, I'm short." What you gonna do? How are
Hmm.
you going to get to the basket and score? How are you going to get past this person? You can't use "I'm short" as an excuse. You're trying to make the team, right? They see you short. You
Yeah.
have to stand out. You know what you're going up against. How do you overcome those odds and obstacles? I
Hmm.
know I'm going up against people who are using steroids and everything else. I have to eat a certain way, train a certain way, and do certain things to try to compete with them. So I'm looking at the shows like everybody else looking at the shows, and I'm like, "Ooh, you saw me looking at certain things, Steve, when we were watching people. I'm analyzing how can I beat this person. I'm
Yeah,
like, man, he
absolutely.
look good. I can get him here. Or I would have to come in
Absolutely.
this way to try to get him. So that's always when I'm looking at Tour, I'm looking at Ali, I'm looking at anybody. I'm like, how can I beat him? Anyone can be beat.
That's true.
I love it.
And
so
that's how
100% true.
that's how I looked at it when we looked at Tyler. I didn't know who else was going to do it. When we knew Tyler was on there, I was like, Tyler can be beat.
Right.
It's up to the judges. I still got to bring him to the look. But I was like, he can be beat. I can be beat. I've been beat.
Yeah,
So
Tyler mentioned the same thing when he was on the podcast. He said, "I study everybody. I study
yeah,
everybody that I'm gonna go up against to see where can I beat them at. You know, they may get me
yeah,
here, but where else can I show off on the stage to the judges so that these points can accumulate and benefit me
exactly.
and the next person."
So
And that's
delve deeper into that because like for the natural athlete who plays basketball or football, it's very easy to analyze the opponents. Like they have like certain plays that they run. You can counter those plays. But when you talk about an individual sport like bodybuilding, like how do you study somebody and then beat them? Like what do you mean by that?
Okay, it's like for instance, for Sean, right? I'm a pro, Sean the pro. If I know I got to get on the stage with Sean, right? Okay, I may beat him in height because, like he said, so he's short. If I'm standing next to him, I'm gonna try to out tower him as much as I can. I'm gonna spread my arms a little wider, create more space, more width, right? So I can get the judge's attention above his, and hopefully because he's a little shorter down and I'm higher up, they may draw their eyes towards me more. I may try to come in a lot more tighter, more peeled, have more lines. He's gonna kill most people in density, right? So rather than me trying to come in super full and blur my lines, I'm going to try to come in full, but still remain tightness. So I'm going to have to
bingo.
change the way that I peak, if that makes sense. And that's just an example.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Sean,
so
how does
what he's saying is correct, and that's what we're dealing with right now, which is a little bit tough because I have to be in between certain looks because
Mm.
I want to compete in the open, but I also want to compete in natural, which are actually two very completely different looks that I could take to win. I could come in much better condition, but I would if I take that look to the open, I'm gonna be far too small.
Mm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's like I
Yeah.
have to. It's a game you have to play with. Like you should be like, oh, I'm the most filled on stage. I'm 5'4". My weight cap is 167. I weigh in. It's the heaviest I ever weighed in at. It's 163. I generally step on stage at 155. Most people are like, you look like 200. Posing in a pump. Posing in a
Real
pump. Like
talk. Real
I've
talk.
always stepped on stage at like 157. Now I'm stepping on at 163. Yes, I could come in tighter. But I'm like, if I come in much tighter, they may move, if that St. Louis show I come in tighter, I may not play seventh. They may be like, man, great conditioning. You got to get bigger though. You got
Yeah,
to
you got to
get
grow.
density. You got to get this. You have to know like there's a fine, like how you're saying there's a fine line. Like what we knew who was in the show. Amit, huge. Bubbly, Dan, huge. Farouk, huge. I went up against Donald Johnson, huge, and I was like, I can't come in small against like you have to be there. They're comparing you to other people. They
Yep.
pick who they like, and then they find people who are comparable to that look. You have to be able to compare to the other individuals on the stage, or stand out in a way so good that you're the person that they're comparing people off of.
Yep.
I mean,
I think that's what happened with Tyler was they liked me,
Like,
so everyone else got compared off of me, which moved Tyler out. Like, how did he not get second to this? Because that's not how they judge it.
yeah,
They pick their number one, and then everything falls off of that.
everything is relative to that. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good insight. That's good insight.
and I,
And
I
you
would
bring up
like
a good
to add
point.
this.
Hmm.
You always have to play your game to the best that you can bring to the stage because the judges aren't just judging you based on the other people. They judging you based on what they feel that you could have came in tighter, more fuller, more bubblier, more wider, whatever the case may be. So you
and your
first thing you
and
got to
your
do is play your game. Yeah.
and your best look. They judge you off of your best looks. That's where some of the top guys getting not. I won't say get in trouble, but it gets. And I think I pointed out on a previous episode why how Brandon is able to stay so relevant and Ryan have to stay so relevant and still win because they're getting judged off their best look as they're getting older. So
Mhm.
they're still staying tight, evolving and getting better. Whereas some guys don't start to get better and they don't place as well, not because they don't look bad. They're like, we've seen them better. We've seen you come in tighter. We've seen you come in better. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 43 now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they're gonna penalize you for that. They really will.
Bingo, bingo.
And that's like Banks though, and I think he's gotten a raw deal because he hasn't been any lower than fourth, and that was just one time. So he's fourth in the world at least. Other times he's first, second, or third.
He ain't get a
But
raw deal.
you don't think
He
so?
said he said he wasn't following his
He's
plan.
cheating on his diet.
Like, yeah, look at him now versus last year. He not gonna get a raw deal this year.
Yeah,
He
I
a
don't think.
fire.
He
Yeah,
looks
I don't.
scary
I
right
don't
now.
think he. I don't think he should have got the place and he got at the Olympia. I
We ain't
think
gonna
that
talk
was.
about
I
that.
think that was a huge gift.
We're not gonna talk about that. But this year, I
Oh,
wouldn't be surprised if he
yeah, he on
beats
fire.
Ali. I won't be surprised if he beats Ali.
It's gonna be extremely tough.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
this is the most exciting Olympia in the last.
So how you think it's going? I'm not talking about Olympia. I'm talking about
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh this week. I'm
Oh,
talking about this
Pittsburgh.
weekend.
Pittsburgh is gonna be good. Yeah,
Pittsburgh gonna be
Kyron.
great.
You
Jixan,
have
how you say his name?
Ali.
Jixan he
Uh,
from China?
I just call him AI, Mr. AI.
You talk about the guy that just competed last weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
I
won
have,
in Japan, in China or Japan, right?
yeah.
one of those recent
Yeah,
shows.
he just
But
won
He
a
looks
show,
good.
but I'm
we
looking for
can't count him out. Although I don't think he's gonna win, but I do feel he's gonna upset some placements. Him and Jeffrey Kyron.
And then
Kyron got a chance of winning too, though.
Oh,
you have
Vitor is doing
Francisco.
it too.
Yeah, he
Woo!
just slid in, man. That
You
show is
have
gonna be
Francisco.
crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
There he
that's
is.
my favorite.
Right.
My favorite
Hey,
athlete.
Cisco,
But you got
Tim,
Francisco
and
there too.
Dan's doing it. What?
All right, who gonna make the prediction? Come on, bring it.
hey, I'm the
I need
facilitator,
time.
man. I
Like I
don't want to
need to
get
write this
censored.
down. Evan is doing it too. So,
I'm gonna go against the grain.
but before you do, only thing about this is that you know how some people didn't know your name and they didn't count you in the top. I think this may be something similar. Like there's some names on here, unless you know all of them.
I'm familiar with most of these athletes.
Okay. Go
Zach
ahead.
Jennings just updated. It's gonna be his pro debut. So the judges haven't really seen him. I think he will be at least in the second call out. He may slip into the first call out. I think he
That's gonna be a crowded.
at least his update I saw today, he looks really good. I also think it's gonna depend upon who wins it. I'm gonna say Banks is gonna take this.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be.
Got Banks at one.
I think this is gonna be Banks' first time ever beating Kyron, and I think Banks will be 1. I think Ali will be 2, and then Kyron will come in at 3. 4 and 5. That's where it's gonna get tough.
Wait a minute. Who was your number 2?
Ali.
Okay.
I'm following. I got the same top 3 he got, and then
I think when you look at Bank, his conditioning remains what it's been. I think it's going to be enough to compete with Ali, but then you equal out the playing field again, and now we go to back everything else. Ali can't beat him there. Ali generally, like the times he beat Banks, it's the midsection is 10-3, 10-2. You know what I mean? Like it's just too far of a gap.
That's the only thing he got. That's the only thing and I would say balance too. Ali is extremely balanced. That's really what's carrying him is his balance. So he can beat him in those
money maker.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like he's drawing so much attention to the sport. Like it's so hard to deny him. And
I'm gonna tell y'all,
he doesn't miss.
I'm gonna tell you a weird thing.
I don't think he's gonna miss here, but he don't miss at the Olympias. But the same thing happens.
Look, I love E Banks, and it's just what happened last year. Like he has to come in. He has to. I hate to say this. He has to bring up. I can't even say it. He got us used to a certain look, right? And then last year it happened, and like I know that he has it in him to bring back that look, but we need to see it.
21 and 22.
Pull
I
up
didn't say that.
Ebanks.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You
Hey,
said
go
that.
to Ebanks' page.
I don't want to restate that narrative.
Let's see here. I got you.
Please go to Ebanks' page, and we gonna see him right now.
But again, a lot of people look good. He has to deliver it on stage.
It's true though.
He's not
I've seen
gonna.
plenty of people.
I'm gonna say this though. His coach's cuts. Not
I
too
love
many.
cut.
Not too many cuts athletes missed. He
That's
came
true.
out and said he was missing because he wasn't following the plan. He followed the plan. I don't think he's gonna miss.
I really hope not.
All he got to do
Come
is hold
on,
I'm
that.
rooting for him.
All he got to
It's
do is
over
hold
with.
that.
Hey,
That's a
I
money
like
shot
Let's
right
front.
there.
I like how Ali was like, I mean, who told you that you had the best structure? Who said
Hey,
that?
he's hilarious. Who said that? Who told you that?
Who
Yo,
told you
what be so
that?
funny is he be 100% serious. Like he don't even be laughing.
It's so
I'd
funny,
be like, you
man.
can't be serious, man.
He's like, who
I
told
really
you?
like
Tell you,
Ali too, but
you heard what he said about what people are gonna be doing to compete with him for Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, more fat burners and more cardio.
boy T3, he
He
said,
was straight serious too.
so this
Go back to that front shot.
Yeah, and this
I
is
know he's flat right here because his chest is not. The chest was not bubbly. The back always looks great. He ain't really got to do nothing with the back.
is he
But
gonna
the
come back
front,
around?
I mean, I'm not an expert or anything. The same video you had, yeah, right. See, his chest is flat right now. That has to come in more bubbly and popping. It has to pop out more. I'm hoping that he's flat here.
like my coach said, when you start to see that little vein, he got two of them down there. That little vein down there, you
Oh
know somebody
yeah.
in shape. He ain't had that last year. Talking about some off the plane holding a little water. Nah, brother, that was fat. This ain't fat nor water. This
No.
brother in
Yeah,
shape.
this is
And he
shape.
coming to Pittsburgh and he ain't coming and he ain't coming to take second. So that's what's gonna be so good because we're not only is it a good lineup, I think we're gonna have everyone bringing their best. So it ain't gonna
Yeah.
be no excuses like how was the ifs and it. He's not gonna miss his peak. Ali's not gonna miss his peak. Kyron's not gonna miss his peak.
Yeah.
These guys aren't gonna miss like none of these guys gonna miss their peak. They're
You,
gonna.
you can keep going down that line.
I know.
Where's Kyron?
Vitor.
Vitor.
Now, some of their fatigues, I think the one thing we might get into, some of their physiques might start to look a little tired. Dan is going to be on his, I believe, like 6th or 7th show. Vitor
Yeah,
is
Dan's
coming off a
gonna
little
be
break, but this is going to be Vitor's like 3rd or 4th show. I don't think he's going to, again, that's a cuts athlete. I don't think he's going to miss. And they have his protocol like so dialed in. Francisco, I ain't never seen that dude miss. That dude be peeled to the bone, and he's got a lot of muscle too. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
checking him out.
Francisco in my top 5.
Ooh, wait. So who's not in top 5?
So I got 1. I got Aaron. I got Ali 2. Kyron 3.
JH.
He should pop up. Here he is.
4.
Okay.
You know, JH
I think
got what, 5th at the Olympia?
I think he had 5th. Yeah, he had 4th.
4th? Okay.
who you talking about? Who you talking about?
JH. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Is it
Oh.
Jong Hee?
Oh yeah, Jushan or Juxion. He
Yeah.
got 6 in the world at the Olympia.
I think he'll take 4th.
It's gonna be tough. I think that 4 through 6 is going to consist between Francisco, Mr. AI, and Vitor. I don't know what order
that's true.
because it's gonna depend on this guy here. I believe compares more to like Chiron with being so big, muscular, and coming in peeled. We gotta look at he just got second, and I think a closer second than what people think to Vitor in Memphis.
He's pretty wide though.
Yeah, this guy, man.
But he big. He poses it well. But look at his weight. You know how to hide his waist. Look how big he is.
Yeah, he is.
And look how in shape he is. Look at his leg. Look at everything.
Yeah, I mean,
And look at the separation in his quads, man. Like, man got a gash right there.
Yeah.
This guy's a problem.
Yeah.
He's definitely the future, man. Um, you bring up a good point too about how stacked this show is because where is it? I'm gonna pull it up real quick. The um, the list of Olympia qualified is very interesting because I want to see if they had like the general list. The general. Here we go. This one I want to look at for class, not classic for men's physique. Uh, Number one, it's great for the fans and great for the spectators because it's forcing everybody to be competing. We talked about it at dinner, Sean. Back in the day, as in a year ago, you had people they would do their one show and win it. They had their favorite shows that they were favorite in, they win them, and then you may not see them again until the Olympia. But now with this point system, man, you're gonna have a lot of Memphises. I mean, it was like 20 some athletes in Memphis. It was crazy. Memphis was like it was
Yeah.
like Olympia. It was just so many people there because people trying to get these points. Um, and these are the
And
updated
you
standings.
you kind of have to, like, so think about it. Like, you got a lot of people who just went pro or haven't competed in a while. You need to one compete to keep your IFBB card if you ain't competed. So no matter what, you got to come out and do a show if you haven't done it in a while. Um, like for me, a reason that I want to do 3 shows is to lock in your height. You do 3 shows 1 year, you lock in your weight cap and your height.
Mm.
So you don't gotta guess and kind of know, like they write it on, they let you know what it is. So in your off season, you can know this is what I need to shoot for. This is what my actual weight, my weight is, actual weight cap. And then you have people like me, who are rookies who need to get feedback. Maybe haven't done a show, gotten any feedback to know, like, okay, what do I need to work on? Where do I stand? But so I think a lot of people are watching. I think people are watching me. They're watching Antonio Huddleston. He's getting out there, going, trying to see like how are they faring? Like, do we sit this year out or do we jump out right now or what? And right now, I still think they on the fence because they like, man, they doing all right, but they hitting out there, coach. Is this award though?
Well, I think a lot of people saw the New York Pro list and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do Memphis," and that's why Memphis was so crowded. I think they saw
They
Ali and a
did,
couple other names. They were like, "Nah, let's do Memphis."
Try to go to Memphis, get an easy
man.
win.
Everybody
People would
pulled
have
up at the
slid on
same
in.
place.
So I
It's
want
like
to.
them videos you see online, man, where it say when you and your wife is on a diet and they like the spouse, the husband go in the closet to eat the cookies and then bump into the wife and they're eating the cookies too. That's how they all bumped into Memphis. They was all trying to get away, eat their cookies, and like, oh shoot, we all here
I had
fighting.
a I had a top five picture. I thought I posted it. I might have shared it. Uh, but this was everybody. I'm gonna get everybody in here. So want to give some love to all the athletes that showed up to the Las Vegas Natural Pro-Am, man. Everybody looked great. I mean, I'm telling you from yeah, this is my recording. Standing from or looking from the audience, with the lighting was great. The background was tight, man. I really like that backdrop. That was really nice. Plus the gloss and the tan. I mean, you guys looked like monsters, man. It was crazy. I was like, man, should I keep bodybuilding when y'all came out to the stage? I'm like,
And this video doesn't do it justice
oh, it doesn't.
of how in shape some of them dudes actually were, man. I was like, everyone had a little bit of a strong suit. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of them things where I was like, hopefully this guy can't pose. Hopefully this guy can't do. You know what I mean? It's like that. And I'll be honest, man. Like when I saw Jamar, when we were doing the polygraph test, and I'm talking to him, he's like, he came over and like was like, "Hey, you shine." He's like, "I heard about you. Can't introduce myself. I heard, my coach said something about you, this," and you could tell he's kind of sizing each other up. But I was looking at him, and he's got his clothes on. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, it's been a while since I competed." And I'm looking at this joker's shoulders and stuff. I'm like, this dude might be a problem. So then when everybody's getting ready to come in. He come a little late. He got a cutoff on. I'm like, take his shirt off. I see it. I said, oh, I'm in a fight.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
he was a little nervous, after he ain't competed in a while, after we was doing our individuals, because he went Watkins' last name, so he's like last or second to last. And I tapped him on the leg and I was like, hey man, I said, relax. I said, you look great. Just go out there and just let your physique speak. And he was like, appreciate it, man. But I was like, dude, he looked awesome. He looked awesome for sure, man. So hopefully he don't take another 3 years off and he keeps competing, man, because he's got a great physique. He's a real cool dude, down to earth, easy to talk to, competitive, but not like, you know what I mean? How cause some people can be like a jerk, competing. You like, man, they just a bad sport, like competitive, but he got good sportsmanship and stuff too. So he was in great shape. I will say one thing, another thing the judge told me. So one of the feedback thing was they said more back detail and density. And the judge said, I don't agree. He said and he told me, he said, maybe you should get like another coat of tan on your back or something like that. He said, because the lighting where you were standing at made a difference. And he said, that's why I was moving you around in that top three. He said, because depending on when you were standing on the outsides, the lighting was different. You could see a lot better. So if you realize, like when he moved me to the outside, he would move Mike next to me, and then he would move Jamar next to me. You know what I mean? And kind of swap, like both of them would stand next to me and he moved me back. So I think that really was like just to kind of compare both of their backs for the other judges to show, because he's like, from the front you had it one. He's like, you had it one from the front. He said from the back, that's where we were like, I don't know, like, does he have it? And I was like, I don't know, but I haven't heard that this year, a back density, but because I brought my back up quite a bit from last year.
You did. You did. Well, shout out to
It's
second
kind of like
place.
Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, I know. Melodies from heaven. Yeah, man.
Nah,
He don't have no physique like Kurt Franklin, no, man. This brother brought it. He brought it, man.
Yeah.
He looked great.
Shout out to Jamal
He
Watkins.
did look great.
Tons of lines.
Hefe Physique 1. Cool dude. He said he loved to be on the show too, man. We're gonna get him on.
Yeah,
we definitely gonna get him on.
That bro.
Hey, I put on Instagram. I said because I didn't have any updates on him. So on one of my posts, I said updates unavailable. But I said, do not sleep on this guy. And he wrote back, said, you better tell him. And he was right, man.
That's kind of what I had an issue with when they were like, Tyler's gonna be the runaway winner with it, because I didn't know any of these athletes really. I knew a couple. Yeah. I knew of Fred, and I knew of Ben, and so, but I haven't seen any of these guys in person. But
Right.
when we were, they made that little thing and showing everybody, I stopped on him. I said, who is this? I said, maybe he ain't got no back. I knew a Mike. I was like, maybe this guy ain't got no back. I said, from the front, I said, dude look good, and I'm like, so I was like, how do you not look at like not only the physiques of those guys, but if you look at the resume of a lot of those guys, man, they have some really good resumes. And I think that's something that I think at least should have been highlighted. And I appreciate Luke for at least highlighting that, you know what I mean? And talking about the other athletes, Fred had won Ben Wieters this is pro debut. Like, right, if we want to grow the sport,
we got to highlight everybody.
Why would you not highlight every athlete? What if some of these athletes like, man, bump that, man. I'm gonna go to the other side, or I'm gonna just stop competing. Like, we want these guys to compete. We want them to get up. We want shows like this where it's 7, 10, 14 guys. We got 2 call outs. Yeah. I don't like shows when it's 2 or 3 people. Like, you prep hard. You want to know, like, okay,
especially
I win against pro level. I
Right.
win against somebody. And now if I want to go to Ben Wieters, like, hey, I competed against some of these guys, so I know I beat them before. I can beat you. May go to Ben Wieters and be like, I won some shows, but I don't know how I really stack up against them.
Right.
Like, So that's me. I'm like, I want to. If I lose, I want to compete. I want some people to be there. I would rather lose, come in last, but if that thing be stacked, and I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do right now. Then it'd be two people, and I win or get second, and be like, hey, look, I got a check and got a medal. I'm like,
100. Yeah.
man, the judges just said, man, I look good. They compared you against one person. You go to the next show, and then you wonder why they was like, you need to do this, do this, do this. The last person just told me this. They didn't have nobody to compare you to.
It's like, wait a minute. I've never heard this before.
That happened to me last year at the DC Natural.
Yeah, because you said
He
that
was,
show it was like
don't
three
change.
people, right?
It was only 3 people. He said, don't change anything. And I'm like, and I already knew I was off because I only prepped for like 3 months, and I knew I had a ton of fat I could have burnt. He was like, don't change anything. Oh, wait. You can come in just a little bit tighter, but don't change anything. And then I'll go to the Ben Weeder, and he's like, you need to bring your back up.
Because now he didn't compare
Same
you
judge,
against
the same
everybody else's
judge.
back and everything.
Same
Exactly.
judge.
Man,
Yeah,
these judges
so.
be.
But I mean, I say that because, like you said, you made a good point. They can only judge you based on who showed up. That's it.
Thank you. Lucky. Andre Ferguson said one time, he was like, if there's a show and it's got nothing but crap at the show, they have to choose the best crap.
Yep.
The best crap has to win. You know what I mean? And you need to go to a show if they got all platinum athletes, they gotta tell one of them platinum athletes you came in last. And that don't mean that you don't look good. You just go to another show, you might win, So it's like you have to look at the caliber of the competition at the show and what you brought too. So, but that's why I always say I would rather go compete and see, and know like, hey, this is truly what I need to work on. Like I stood up against 7 or 6 different guys, tall, short, conditioned, backs. Okay, I still have some things I need to work on, but I can compete with them. Same with St. Louis. I stood up against 11 other guys, big, tall, small, backs, conditioned from India, from all over the world. And I held my own. I was right there. I think had it been 2 more weeks, I could have probably placed a little better. I don't know about top. Who knows? You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. You bring that, but
the more that the natural guys and women continue to compete and do more shows, the more known that they'll be, and it'd just be great to see 3 natural guys do St. Louis
as opposed to 1. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's opposed to 1. I think we headed in the right direction.
I hope it's coming. I say this right now. Whoever's doing DC and you're doing it as a natural athlete, I would encourage them to do the open show as well.
Yep.
Why not? It's right there. You know what I mean? Like, why not do it? Get a little respect. They don't talk about it because they like, they all right. They ain't gonna come over here. They JV, they ain't varsity. Go get lumped up in varsity a little bit, earn a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Beat a couple of them, you never know, and then next thing you know, they be like, okay, you may compete at that show, but if you don't do open,
will beat a couple of them.
Yes.
You will.
Yes.
The best natural competitors will beat a few enhanced guys at a pro show.
And because honestly, a lot of times the natural guys be in shape, and don't look bad.
We didn't know a lot of the natural guys that are winning shows. A lot of people didn't know about you coming into the show. So I'm pretty sure there's some other guys out there that just haven't done a show or just fall off the radar. And
how many people, Steve, have kind of jumped under comments and been like, I'm doing Las Vegas next year. I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like, how many people's like, I'm competing and doing this. So it's a good thing. I think there are definitely a lot more natural athletes out there.
Paving the way
from one way or another, either truly natural or by terms of the rules that is 3 years, 3 years and they took a break and they did nothing. So they're natural by then and they might start competing. So,
So that, Sean, could you talk about like the process that the IFBB go through to ensure that you're natural? Like what does that experience look like?
It's a good
So
question.
we had to be polygraphed before you even register, check in. Not at every show, but at this show, we knew before. So we had to be polygraphed. And if you fail the polygraph, then you can't even compete. So you have to pass the polygraph. And then if you go on to place, win first or second, then you have to take a urine analysis. So you have to go pee afterwards, and then they have to test you there. So um you're tested. I had people ask me when I was 10, and they said, "You passed the polygraph?" I said, "Yeah." I
That's what you
said,
want.
"Man," and that's yeah.
Hey, that's
But
funny,
they like,
man.
"You passed the polygraph?" I was like, "Man," I was like, "I don't know." I said, "Y'all always think y'all realize that I don't even like taking fat burners. Like I don't take I got a headache right now. I don't take medicine. I drink water. I'm trying to figure it out. Eat some food. I don't
That's the
like
good
taking
thing.
medicine. I've been
That's
prescribed medicine from doctors. You know what I mean? And I don't take it. They like, how did you? I say, I never went and got it filled. I was like, I never went and got it filled. Like I got it like other than like an antibiotic. Like when I had pneumonia, I knew I needed an antibiotic for that. But other than that, I do not like taking medicine like that. So
Same,
um
same way.
oh,
Real quick,
so so that's similar to Ben Wieters. Ben Wieters went through the same process. You had a very long climb. They had computers inside like a small room. You're not allowed to fidget or
Right.
you got to be empty. You go in there, they put
and
something in.
I ain't never took a polygraph before. So I ain't know. So she told
Yeah,
me, she's like, you can't shake your I was like, no. And she's like, you can't shake your head. Look at you like he's
they
gonna throw this thing off. I was like, I
yeah.
don't know, man. I ain't never took a polygraph. I said all the other ones I've done, you used to always had to take take the P test. I said, I ain't never take a polygraph for nothing. So I was like,
real quick, I want to give some love to just the rest of the athletes from that Las Vegas. Real quick, this is Mike Williams, Mike Will, who got
Mike
third
Will made
place.
it.
You look
He
good.
recently did the Tri City Classic Open Show, um, and again, he brings really good conditioning, crazy small waist, man, nice cap delts, man, really balanced, man. And just overall nice guy, man. Really nice guy. At some point we're gonna do our rounds, man, and get all these guys on. They all were interested, which is great, man. Great for
Perfect.
exposure, for the sport. Mike Will. Fourth place was Tyler. Get him up here real quick. Um, and Tyler, he looked good, man. Um, he,
oh yeah, I will, yeah.
he
I
said
thought he
one of
looked
his
great
biggest things
too.
that they said about him was just coming in, tighter, coming in drier. That was his biggest thing. He said, and that's what he plans on doing. Um, but I mean, he
He
brought it. I
posted
mean, everybody
he
brought it. Go
posted
ahead, Toby.
something. He posted something saying that his best look was a couple days ahead of time, so he
Hmm.
knows what he have to do the next time around.
I thought he looked tighter at the Emerald than he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
he'd agree with you.
Go to this right here. Go to this video. This
Which one?
video, he didn't look like this. I'm sorry, I'm pointing up my screen like you can see it. The one right there in his sweatpants. Uh,
This one?
right
Oh, this
over,
one.
right there. He
Yeah,
didn't
this is
look
two
like
days
this.
out.
He didn't.
No,
Hmm.
he looked like that. That changes the game.
Yeah, you see how tight he was here?
He didn't look
Yeah.
like that.
And that's what Sean was talking about earlier. Well, I think it was Toby, where you were saying like you can look tight like that 2 or 3 days out, but it's all about what you bring to the stage, what you eat that day, what you drink, how much sleep you get, how you manage your stress that day before and
Yeah,
day of.
this is crazy.
Yeah,
This is crazy,
and
man.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying in my Instagram post. I was like, I seeing people post updates. I'm like, updates is cool. I said I could post an update because I was looking crazy. I almost did. I said, y'all in trouble. But
Hey,
I ain't
hey,
posted. I ain't post nothing. I'm looking, I'm like,
talk your
oh
talk, bro.
boy. I said, oh man, I said, I'm happy with this. It's easy to relax when you looking good. When you ain't looking too good, now your stress getting high. You're like, oh, what's going on? I was like, I ain't gonna got no stress. But at the end of the day, I still had to be compared to these guys. So
Yeah.
you never know what the judge is gonna want. So I was like, updates are good. And I guess if you want to get like engagement from people, but at the end of the day, you still gotta go stand on that line and pose, and they gotta think you look better than the next guy. You can be like, man, I was dry and on fire, and then somebody come in looking like Ali. You was like, eh.
Hey,
Who
Hey,
we got
Sean,
here,
so
Steven?
this is Fred. This is
Okay.
Fred. He was a Ben Weider men's physique overall champion last year in the Open, and I was trying to find his. I know Las Vegas probably has it. I was trying to find his posing video. Um, but Sean, you said, look, I'll tell y'all this. I ain't heard no water, and then you winked at the screen. I was like,
I saw
oh
her.
boy, oh boy.
I
Let me see if I
said,
can
all
find.
right, that's what I was going to post a video and I stopped. And I was like, it don't matter. I said, but just let y'all know, I ain't holding no water. So hopefully
oh
y'all
wait,
see
this
y'all
picture
see
of you right here. Can you go back up?
Which one?
Your lines on this picture looks great, man.
Hmm.
that was 400 push-ups in.
Dang.
400 push-ups in.
You see how the side of your that line on the side of your abs, like that looks.
So part of
That
what
looks
I did wrong too is I pump up so hard that I be out of breath. So it'd be hard to hold and like I was just so amped up. And then so what I will say is like we're supposed to go out there at 9. And they said you're not going out to 9:20. I already started pumping up. So I said, I gotta keep going to hold this pump. So by the time I went out there, I did like 700 push-ups. And so people like, man, that's why I was like, my chest was blew up. I was like, man, I did 700 push-ups.
Muscle about to pop out the skin, huh?
Man, I was so blew up. Man, my chest was sore on Sunday from all them push-ups. I was like,
You
man,
had a chest
I,
day the day of the show.
I know. And then we did chest today. So I was like, it was, but
Right
no,
back at him.
I was like, it was, and I can come in much, much tighter, much better than that. But we,
for
and we gonna come in
Which is
faster.
for
scary.
Fred. I think he knows what he has to do. Like what he posted
Where
either
is
today or yesterday is exactly what I agree with. It's coming a little bit tighter.
Let's
where's
go back to Fred.
Yeah, to be a rookie, like
Sorry,
Sean,
Fred.
you're a rookie too.
We gonna pick you apart, Fred. No,
where
no
Fred?
harm.
Is this Fred? I think this is
Yeah,
Fred here. Yeah, I couldn't find Las Vegas, so this is the one I took. So I did my best on my iPhone, but
Yeah, he's holding water.
and that's and and that's
Antonio,
what he
you got to
said.
give Steven one of your cameras next time.
Straight
You got a whole studio over there.
Straight up, man. Yeah, after the show, when I talked to him, he said, "Yeah, they said I just need to come in tighter, and
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do." Um, I don't think he told me what show he's doing next. I don't remember. I feel like he said it, but I don't remember. But I mean, he
Put it
got
in
the
the
makings
comments,
of a.
He
Fred. What show
he
you
he
doing
he
next?
he from Florida. He's from
Yep,
Florida. So
he's from Florida.
I talked to him a little bit. He said maybe one of the Florida shows. They got St. Pete, St. Orlando, what is it, Hurricane. So I think he said he might do one of those since it'll be in the backyard, but I don't think he has one solidified.
Yeah, but he
Sean,
looked good to
what
me.
was it like backstage? Was it camaraderie? Was everybody in their different corners? There's only 7 of y'all. Like, what was it like backstage?
Wasn't no camaraderie with me.
He said, "Now
I
you would stay to yourself, huh?"
I was sitting in the middle. Wasn't nobody really talking to me, but I'm also like, I'm not gonna go out my way to talk to. So I will say this, and I don't expect it to be camaraderie when we're back there. We all about to go up against each one another. I will say that there was camaraderie at check-in. Like we was talking, you know what I mean? Like it was cool. It wasn't like no hostility. Everybody was talking, getting along there. But when we came back there for the show, you could see everybody wanted to win. You know what I mean? Like everybody was focused, was there. You know what I mean? Like I get really, really focused when I'm back there. So like I don't do a lot of laughing and stuff like that. Like I have a certain routine. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the time. I want to start eating my food at a certain time. I want to start my pump up at a certain time. Listening to music. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my mind together. I'm going through my routine. You know what I mean? Making sure everything's there, and then I'm gonna start pumping up. And then so like I don't, and that was that way with St. It's same way with St. Louis. Like St. Louis, it wasn't a lot of no talking back there. Like after the show and stuff, people was talking and stuff. But when they're pumping up, like I'm getting ready to go against you. You can see people looking though, like people pumping up. They're like, oh man, I need to do this. Dude, look this way. Or I'm looking down there. I'm like, wow, wait a minute. Let me do some of these. Let me do this. So like you still are sizing people up because you got to go up against you. Like, man, that dude's chest is looking huge. Man, his back is hitting. Let me do some more of this. Like, I need to try to be able to be comparable or beat him. So I won't say that it wasn't it wasn't like hostile, but
It was
everyone
tense
was
though.
really laser focused and I think that is just attributed to how good everybody looked. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I got this in the bag, I'm just chilling. Everyone's like, I gotta come with it, especially when people start peeling. You know what I mean? Start getting the glaze on, people start looking. By the time I got my glaze on, when I got that glaze, that was me glazed. I got glazed at the 400 push-ups. You best believe they saw me when I took my shirt off. I
Hey,
I didn't like I was like I was pumping up with my shirt on. And then by the time I took and that was just I did it on purpose. I said, I'm gonna get a huge pump and I'm gonna go get glazed first. I went and got glazed first. So I'm gonna get I said, yeah, I want to get glazed first.
the whole
People
room
looked
went
over.
quiet.
He ain't quiet, he's already quiet, but I know they was looking at him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey,
He
number
comes
six.
in super peeled.
Number six is Ben Hayward. He got
And he's
second at Southern down in Georgia, so he's already qualified. He plays second behind Army Fit Geek Lamar Martin. So they'll both be at Ben Weeder. We'll take a peek at that
That
list before
guy
we
sliced.
sign off. Uh, Believe it or not, when I first got into bodybuilding 3 years ago, this is before I even had a coach. I was looking up all kinds of videos. I found Ben's video because he did a whole video dedicated to his pro card journey, and I didn't get a chance to tell him that. So shout out to Ben Mighty. We're gonna get you on the show too. I'm just gonna get everybody on the show,
he's
man.
he's super nice too, and he looks really, really good.
I didn't know he was 40.
Honestly, the only yeah, man.
Didn't know
You know what I
that.
mean? Like the only thing I would say for him, like I just didn't like his front pose. Like I just don't like
Go to
his
the
front
front.
pose.
Go to the front post, Stephen.
Go to his
Let me see
front
if I
pose.
can
I feel
find it.
like, or go to the video. He's right next to me when we're front posing. He is in such good shape. I feel like if he tweaks his front pose a little bit,
See if I can get it up.
he's very competitive with how conditioned and how shredded he really is. And he's muscular too, but he makes himself not look muscular. I
I
think
wonder
he
if the
tries to pull
judges
his
gave him that feedback.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
you see what I'm
He's
saying?
got
So like,
way too large of a gap between his left arm and his torso.
It's gonna
yup.
come
Does he
So
back to
have,
mine.
does
then
he have a coach?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if I didn't ask, but I was like, I'm looking at him when his thing. But I saw that just in the preview video when they said it. I was like, this dude's in shape. But I said his front pose, he's gonna get beat with that front pose. It makes his chest look flatter than it is. It
Bending
just
out his delts.
yep. So I was like, he looks way better than this, and he is in great shape.
Yeah,
So
he
like,
he
if
has
that's
great conditioning.
great. And then from the back, I can't remember his back pose, but his back is good.
Yeah, it's
He,
He need a little more.
it's
He need a little more density, upper cap delts.
and I think when you abduct your shoulders that high,
Yep.
you're
bingo,
not totally flexing your lats. He's probably
bingo.
wider than this, but he's like this as opposed to that.
Or it's gonna make it look like he's got more density or detail back here, at least. You know what I mean? So, because you see him backstage, like he's got a good back, he's got muscle, but
Yo,
I
that's
think
the
he's
thing
just, I
about
think, I think,
backstage.
I, I think he's just
Everybody
not
look
present. I
good.
think but he looks good. I'm just saying, I think he's not presenting it. You got to present it as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I,
same
I
with,
really, I really hope he hears like the intent behind what you're saying and doesn't take it as criticism.
Right.
I
But it's
hope
just
not.
something that you
I
notice.
hope. No, I mean, I hope he don't say. 'Cause I mean, I don't mean none. He looked great.
Oh no, I don't think he will. I mean, we're all trying to get better, man. If anything, it's for conversation and for support.
Man, yeah, cause that's true. I ain't take no credit. They call me Blocky and everything else on that thing, boy. Blocky,
You
Roy
are not
Head,
blocky. I don't know what they I don't think they know what blocky means.
all
That's
type of stuff.
a bodybuilder
Unnatural,
term.
unnatural. I'm
He
like,
said
oh
blocky.
man. I said, I need to log off,
Hey,
man.
blocky is crazy though, man.
Blocky is
It's only
mad
one way to
crazy.
take blocky,
I
bro.
am blocky though. I am blocky. My coach, man, they can't say nothing that my coach ain't probably said and already said. But it's like not a. But you gotta know, like, no one has a perfect physique. I'm shorter. Ali's blocky.
Right, he's second in the world. So what?
Yeah,
What
second
we
in the
gonna say?
world. Blocky. So
And
it
then
is
last
what
but
it
not least,
is.
this was Terrell Robertson down from
Yeah.
Baton Rouge. This gentleman is 49 years old,
Yeah.
and he actually turned pro in 2016. Same as Mike Will. Mike Will turned pro in
16.
2016. Yep. So this
So
guy's
they've
been a
been at
pro
it
for
for a
10
while.
years. He's been at
I
it,
didn't even
man.
know about bodybuilding then.
Man,
Man,
he can come over here and give a class on some things, man. Got
he
a
look
got a
good
crazy
too,
story,
man.
man. So it'd be good to hear his story, highlight him.
Yeah,
But
that'd be great.
just a good guy, man. And just working. He posted a video today doing some rack pulls, man, talking about, hey, I'm down, but I ain't out. So he already back in the lab, man. But and he rounded out the lineup. So it was a great show, man. And so updated where is it? Updated status/standings for Ben Weeder
I
is
wonder how many people will actually do the Bill Weeder that qualify.
oh, I missed it. Man, I hope they all do, man. This is what they have so far uh for men's physique. So what is that? 11 people? Three, three, three. Yep, so 11 people so far. And I guess any other person that qualifies would have to come from DC.
And Tone, but you said you qualified as well, right?
We were just
And
talking about that. Um, and Tone might have to do another show because the qualification period started after Ben Weeder on November 21st. So still probably have to do a show and place top two. Is that
Yeah,
your understanding, Tone?
yep. I'll have to do there's only one show I can do. There's
Is
only
that
one show
DC?
I got.
Wait,
There's only
which
one
one?
show I have time to do.
what's that? Saint in Missouri
Now
in
that's in
August.
August. Yeah. I haven't even started prep. So that's 3 months. I at least need a 5 month prep. So there's one in October.
Which show?
Natural Muscle Town Pro. It's in York, Pennsylvania. I
That's
don't
an
think they had
IFBB
this
Pro
one.
Natural?
Yep. I think
I
they
had
just
no
added it this
idea.
year.
Wow.
Yep. Natural Muscle Town, October 24th. That'll be the only show I can do that I'll have time to do, unless I go overseas and I ain't spending the money for that. Not right now.
Yeah, that's a lot. So we have just for our viewers who don't quite know, um, the road to the Olympia for a natural athlete. Number one, you have to get your IFBB Pro card, so you have to win, um, probably take an overall or at least a top two at a national show. Um, and then once you get your pro card, you have to qualify for Ben Weeder. So currently, if you are an IFBB Pro Natural, you have to get top two at an IFBB Pro Natural show, and that qualifies you for Ben Weeder. And then in order to qualify for the Olympia, you have to win the overall, meaning it's just one of one. You have to win the overall at men's physique to qualify for the Olympia, which currently is Tori Washington, who will be going to the Olympia here in September. And then,
It
what?
was nice meeting Tori, man. Like,
Oh, no doubt,
it was definitely nice meeting Tori. So
no doubt.
seemed like a real cool dude.
He's a cool dude, man.
So Sean, typically the person who won the previous year would deliver the trophy. Would Which side will you be on? Will you be delivering a trophy or will you
I'm
be
gonna,
competing?
I'm gonna be delivering it back to myself.
Hey, hey, I'm clipping that. I'm clipping
Hey,
that.
I want some clip. I'm gonna deliver it back to myself.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm definitely gonna clip that. And then for our viewers, for those that don't know, in order to qualify for being weighted, again, you have to place top two at the IFBB Pro Natural Show, and they are as follows. You have the Emerald Cup, which is in Washington State. You have Las Vegas Pro, which is in obviously Las Vegas. You have the DC Natural Pro in DC. Sounds like you have what is it? What is the IFBB Muscle? What is it called, Tone?
Muscle Showdown,
Muscle Showdown in York, Pennsylvania.
Natural Muscle Town Pro in
Na-
York, Pennsylvania.
Okay, Natural Muscle Town Pro. And then I think so. That's four. Um,
You got, was it the Midwest? Did you miss that one?
does the
In
Midwest
August.
have a pro natural show?
Yeah, in August.
August 8th,
Ah,
Midwest Natural Pro. Yeah.
okay.
St. Charles.
So that's five. So Midwest Natural Pro.
Yep.
And then I think there is one in Atlanta, but
At
I
the end
think
of the
it's
year.
after Ben Weeder though.
Yep. Hmm.
So that's six stateside. And then I want to say I thought there was one in Canada, but I might be wrong about that.
There
Isn't there
is.
a
Yeah, there's one
IFBB
in
Natural
Canada.
Pro? Okay, that's a pro natural show. Yeah, that's right. Because oh, and then of course the Southern. I missed that one, the one down in Georgia. So that's
Yeah,
seven.
November
Southern Natural
21st.
Pro. So yeah, so that's what it be.
Hey,
Um,
I'm dropping the link in the chat if you want to pull it up so that
Perfect.
everybody can see um,
let's see
uh,
here.
where it is. Oh, you got it.
I do.
You can see like the entire list of all the Natural Pro shows.
Let me get this out of here.
And just so anybody want to pull it up themselves, you can just go to NPC News Online, go to the IFBB Pro um, at the top of
Go to the
at the
top and
top.
hit schedule.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Pro schedule.
And then click on men's physique to your left. Otherwise, it'll confuse the heck out of you. There you go.
So these are all the shows. You can't sort out for natural, huh? That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Put this back
Okay,
up
here
here.
it is. I'm about to drop it in the chat right now.
You got it in the chat.
Yep.
This one, the second one with the schedule.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So these are like the NPC naturals, and so they probably have. I want to have IFBB naturals. So this will be good for those looking for natural shows to qualify for being weird as amateurs. Then also got the pro qualifiers here, and the pro qualifiers. It's only a few. There's obviously there's Ben Weeder, and then there's Toronto, there's Pittsburgh,
And then there's one there's one like in the Caribbean somewhere in December.
Bahamas. That's right, Bahamas.
Yeah.
Bahamas Caribbean Grand Prix is one. That's where A1 Johnny, he's a monster, man. He won his pro card there last year. He's a big guy as well. So yeah, fellas. Uh, so coming up next weekend, we kind of talked about it. We got the Pittsburgh Pro coming up. On the open side, it's going to be crazy. Again, a mini Olympia. So I will probably be getting that live stream, man. One of the few live streams that I will purchase. I think I'm gonna purchase that one. Get my popcorn, man, and yeah. And then for the natural side of things, it's a pro qualifier. First time they're doing 50 and over for pro cards, then 40 and over overall, 35 and over, and then top two on the open. So that's two, three, four. That's five pro cards right there. And I think I want to say it's 41 total, they said. that they're going to be that's going to be available. So they're really growing the sport, man, which is great. I think especially if Ben Weeds is going to be 3 days. My guess is that by next year, 50 and over will probably get pro cards at Ben Weed. That's just my guess, but we'll see. It's coming. It's
Love it.
coming. So Sean, as we kind of wrap it up, man, tell everybody kind of what your future looks like, man. I know you kind of talked about it um, before, but what shows you got coming up? What does the rest of your season look like?
I'm going to. So I'm
Sean,
going.
don't tell
I'm
me
going.
you're gonna go on the upset run.
Nah, man.
You're not going to the
Hey,
bin leader. You're not
I'll start. Hey, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm not going. I'm not
You're
going to do
natural.
that,
You could do
man. I
it.
know. I was in a mood today. I was like, man, I might do every show the rest of the year.
Mhm.
Start with Miami. I'm on to Miami.
Hey,
See
that's
y'all in
hilarious.
Miami.
That's
Viva
hilarious.
Los Mexico. Hey, man. Come see me in Miami. No, but my next show, I know this one for a fact I'm doing. I'll be in Orlando. So I'll be in Orlando. Contract signed. I'm going. So that's an open show.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go. Whoever gonna be there, it's gonna probably be deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the looks of how things are going, like people want to probably it's a destination people want to go to. Florida. There's a lot of athletes in Florida too. You know what I mean? Just that way or on that side on of the coast. So I'm gonna do that one. And that's May 30th or 20, like that last weekend in May. There's a show in Reno that weekend too. So it depends on what people do. I feel like you'll probably have West Coast people doing Reno and then like Midwest and East Coast, people probably doing Orlando. And then DC's the next week. But then I'll make a decision if I'm going to do DC. Um, DC is probably the show that I should have started the year out with, if we want to be honest, because that would be 16 weeks. And that's really what I should have did. Like
Hmm.
my coach tried to stop me from doing prep, and I just came in and was like, "I'm starting prep tomorrow." He's like, "You serious?" He's like, "Well, I got to get a plan together for you." He's like, "You don't want to just sit out and grow, He's like this because y'all ain't see how I looked when I started prep. So people want to say drugs and all this stuff. Boy, I had drugs. I never looked like how I looked when I started prep. Then I started prep, and I was like, ain't no way I should have did this in 12 weeks.
Dude,
we,
man, you had us scared, man. You was like, man,
Yeah.
I messed up this off. I'm like, dude, if if
I
if
did
you
tell you.
doing what you're
Remember
doing with your off season,
I said, I ain't sending y'all no check-ins. I said, y'all ain't getting a check-in for a while, babe.
I
I
remember
said,
that.
boy,
I remember
y'all
that.
sending me check-ins lean. I said, I overdid it. But it was like my last 3 weeks, I really overdid it. So it a lot of things happen at once. I stopped doing my cardio, and then my birthday's in December 18th. So I was eating. Then Christmas come eating. I'm eating, stopped doing cardio. Then 2 days after Christmas, I got pneumonia. So then I couldn't work out for a week,
Hmm.
couldn't eat. So then like it just threw my body in a frenzy. So when I started prep, it was like I was recomping. I was recomping. I was like, oh boy. So I was lifting heavy too. So that's probably why I was like, man, I'm a recomp. I gotta make sure that I keep some stuff. So I'm pushing hard, trying to get in shape. I didn't up my cardio. He was like, you shouldn't have did that. But let's see. We'll wait till you check in. I checked in. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that extra cardio. He laughing. So he just let me make these mistakes. But I'm like, we got 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
So man, so that's why I really want to see what my body can look like and do if I take the sport serious. So like when I look at it, like I literally looked up and walked into everything that I'm doing. I was pre-diabetic, 202 pounds, went to my coach, so you got to help me out, man. I got to get in shape. They're trying to put me on medicine. I just told you I don't like taking medicine. So big doctor said, let me lifestyle changes. So I'm working out, getting on a diet, starting to work out. I start to shape up a little bit. People like, man, you should do a show. You should do a show. My coach like, nah, Doc's just trying to doc good. Doc just gotta get in shape. And then I told him, I was like, man, I always thought about doing a show. 'Cause I did think about doing when I was in dental school, but it wasn't the time. And I told him that, and then he's like, let's just see. Let's just see in a couple months how you still feel. I really want to do a show. He's like, all right. So then he changed my plan to like an actual plan. And I started shaping up. We started trying to pose. I couldn't pose. I couldn't open my lap. Couldn't do nothing. He was like, boy, you're going to have the best physique and get last. But it all came together, man. It's funny. My first show, I did Gladiator. I cheated on my diet the week before. So I was like, man, we got to do a show now. He's like, I should have never let you go on stage. I was like, man, we got to do one now. My wife tired of me prepping. Went on stage, won overall. He said, I don't know how we did that. Then I went to Indiana, won again. So then I was just gonna do Indiana, but I jumped in Gladiator just to be like, we got to do something right now.
I'm sorry.
And then
What show in Indiana did you do?
the Indy, what is it? The Indy Natural.
They had an Indy Natural?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
they
where
have
you
one.
met Grant, right?
And then they have yep, that's what I'm Grant. So they do it every year in June, and then they do it in November. So
Okay.
November is generally like the week after the Gladiator, which is a show in Illinois. The week after or same week of like right around not Thanksgiving, but Halloween. And so I did that show, but I knew I didn't prep the way I was supposed to prep. I was going out to eat and taking my scale, eating my food, like having them cook food. It's got all type of oil and everything on it. So my coach is like, man, you did all right, So my goal when I came in that next year, I said, I'm gonna do St. Louis. It's close. It's gonna be a competitive show. And I said, I'm gonna do prep the right way. And I got in shape too fast. And so like my body took off. But that's when I was like, but we went down there and it wasn't as competitive as I thought. And my coach was back there, he's like, you're not doing no more local shows. He said, you can go to nationals if you want to do a show. And I was like, all right. So then I was like, let's just see what national does. But he's like, you're gonna go to nationals, you're gonna see a lot different competition. You're gonna probably get beat up. You're gonna be nervous. It's gonna be you ain't gonna never see you ain't seen competition like this before. I wasn't in shape going to Chattanooga. So he's like, Sean, we'll see how you do, but we're gonna do a couple shows. You should be at least placed in the top 5. I went out there, got second. He's like, what? So I was like, I'm going to Jersey in a couple of weeks. I ain't asked. I said, I'm going to Jersey. He's like, all right, that's what you should do. You should go to Jersey. So I went out to Jersey, got my pro card. So I was like, it just all happened. And so then I was like, well, some people was like, are you going to compete again? I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, I got my pro card. At least you do a pro show, So that's where I'm at now. I did St. Louis, and now I messed around and won a pro show. So it's like, but I really want to get some respect in the open too. So that's where it's like I want to take it serious.
Yeah.
And I want to do off season right, and I want to come in with a look to where in the open they're gonna have to be like consistently be like first call out. Like my coach, he first call outs all the time. I want to be first call outs, and they know like, oh no, we got to come with it because he may pop us off. Like he gonna come on his game every time. You know what I mean? Like he may not be the biggest guy. You know what I mean? But he got a bubbly look. He's gonna be in shape. So you can't sleep on this guy, man. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. And then if it goes further than that, it does. But I just like to compete is the other thing. So
Hey, quick question: is the next show you're doing the Southern USA Pro, the one in Orlando? Is that a natural show?
open.
Okay. The DC show that's natural show.
That's
Natural and
natural and open.
Okay. You gonna win that show, right?
What are you talking about?
You gonna win that show? You
talking about
let everybody know.
Orlando?
The DC show, the DT, which you doing both natural and open?
I ain't signed no contract for DC yet. I'm going in planning to win DC. We never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen, man. It's one dude who's doing that show. Who's the guy? What's his name? He looks good, man.
Yeah, James Prout.
James Prout. he looks really good. So
He comes in
he
peeled, man.
he
He's
comes
added
in,
size
he
too.
look ooh-wee. So it's like you don't know what judge is gonna like. I know I'm gonna play my game, and they may not like that game, but um, I should be
What's
on the podium. I say that for sure.
what what's James' IG handle?
I can pull him up if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I mean
But
it's James Pro.
if you want, if like what my goal would be for DC, my goal would
Yeah.
be to go in DC, win DC natural, and be top 6 in the opens
Ooh.
for sure. First call outs in the open, that's like my goal with the open always, like, is to be like, okay, can I get first call outs? You know what I mean? And get in there. It's like that's my goal. I don't think that I won't. I don't think I'll come in last.
This is
No,
James.
you won't. No.
He I competed
And
against
this
him
is this
last
is his
year.
last show. I think I've seen a couple of his recent updates. James looked really good. Now, granted, we still got 3-4 weeks or whatever, and a lot can happen in 4 weeks. But he looks really good.
He won the 35 and over pro card last year. I got second in the class with him, and he went on to win the pro card.
He got bigger arms than me, man.
Yeah, he put on some size, man. He put on some size.
I'm sizing him up though right now, so
You picking
I'm
them
sizing you
apart.
up. I'm sizing you up, James.
Hey, he said he's gonna give us the exclusive. He said he's gonna give us some shots of 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. He wants to come on too, man.
What about you, Sean? You gonna give us the exclusive? You gonna give us the insider?
For what is it? What
The
is it?
updates. The
For
update.
if I do DC?
Yeah, if you do the DC.
Yeah,
He
I
got a story
will.
too, man.
He
He
looks
got a
real
story.
good.
I saw
But
that. Yeah, I saw that.
man, look, he's got good legs and everything. So his midsection, I can't beat that. I'm be honest, man. You can't get more peeled than a white person.
It's genetics
They
though. It really is. I mean, it's
you
I
can't
never heard that. I never heard that one,
hey
bro.
brother,
man. I'll be honest, man.
you never heard
Look,
that?
we don't have obliques like that. That's what they be like. They like he can't be natural. I'm like, cause I don't have that. They can't get this. Like this,
Right,
we
right.
naturally gonna get like we. So I'm like, man,
Shout
we
out to our
can't
very
get.
own Antonio. Let me just do
See,
that real
but
quick.
Tone can get it a little bit,
Man,
Look
that
at them
ain't even.
but
lines.
it's
Look at
not
them
gonna look
lines.
like that. You know, it's not gonna
Hey,
look like that.
Yeah, that ain't
But
even close. I
you
was.
take the whole
I'm
year
telling
off.
you, man. I had at least another 3 to 4 pounds to chop off there.
And you
yeah.
still won. See, you still won, bro. But yeah, man, he's a great guy too, man. Got a heck of a story. So I'm looking forward to highlighting different stories, man, and putting people on
So that yeah,
blast.
oh, because that's my thing, man. Like I'm if we get back there and we both in DC, he gonna see I'm a different person backstage. I'm gonna talk to him after the show. We're gonna be cool. I like to compete, but like right now, I want to talk him up because like he looks good. I want him to compete. Like I want him to do DC. I want other people to do DC so that we can do it. I would
Let me see
urge
if I
James
got
to
time
do
to do
open. To do.
DC.
I would urge him to do open.
Mm.
Where you say so?
I was gonna say this is the thing about it. Like we don't know who's doing it. Like there's no announcement or anything. Like it would be great to know who's doing DC so that we can.
People don't like to say it in advance. I don't
Yeah,
know, but I
but
say
at the
like
same
that's me.
time
I
we can
could have I
speak it
could have
up.
been like I don't know what shows I'm going to do next. I'll let you know. Orlando, I'll be there. I'm going to Disney. You want to come see me? Come see me. I'm going. I'm not going to run from no smoke.
Hey,
DC, I'll make the decision on it because I gotta travel. I do have a practice, and my wife's family will be here from London that week. So we're actually meeting them in
Hey,
in Disney, and then they're coming back to Springfield with us. So, but if you were to ask me percentage wise, I just ain't signed a contract. But in my mind, I'm doing DC.
well, the
In my
competitor
mind,
list will
I'm
be out. So either way,
hey,
whoever's
hey.
doing it, it won't be
competitor
a
on
secret
list.
from
They
us.
don't come out. It don't come out until the contract is
That
signed though. So it don't
Monday.
come out
Yeah,
to that Monday.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, the
So
Monday
you,
of.
Even just
yeah,
Okay.
we won't know until that Monday or that week of. But someone will have to let you know in advance. Like I could post right now my contract and show that I've signed a contract for Orlando. You know what I mean? And it's been approved, and it is what it is. That is what it is. But unless someone does that or says like this many weeks out, and then you can be like, okay, this many weeks out, they got to be doing one of these two shows. Or
Right.
but a lot of times people don't say it in advance. I don't know if they don't want people to do it, unless they like Ali. Ali just be being a troll if he know people not gonna do it. If he said,
He's funny, man. He's funny.
He is
but
He said
If
it's
you're
good for the
doing
sport, though.
if you're
I
doing a
like to
DC
say it
show,
a
let us
little
know.
bit. I will. When I sign a contract, I'll let you know.
I mean, like
But
just
I
the
will.
general public, like anybody who view this, if you're doing a DC Pro, let us know.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool, man. All right,
But
fellas. Hey, what I am gonna clip is what he said about Las Vegas, because Toby was
Oh
like,
no, that I'm serious about that. Why would I just go to hand it back? If somebody beat me and I'm there, then I hand it back to you. But I'm trying to hand it back to myself. Like I told the
"Hey,
promoter, I said, "Great
I
show.
love,
I'm looking forward to doing it next year."
I love it, man.
I texted him that today. I said, "That great show. Looking forward to
I
doing it
love it.
next year. Would love to come back." Like,
I love it, man.
y'all ever heard Roger Bannister?
It's a picture, right?
So the 4 minute mile, it was once deemed unachievable, like to have a sub
Oh,
4 minute mile. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
yeah.
I thought I was
Okay.
thinking of a picture. You used to play for the Sox. Never mind.
No. So there's a point in time where nobody could run a mile in under 4 minutes, and until this guy came along and he did it. Now there's a gazillion people that have done it, and I said that to say it's like it's
I see it. I see what you're
unforeseen.
going.
It's nobody expects a natural to win a pro show, like a non-natural pro show, and for you to be that close, and just for you to say that, looking back in my off season, I could have came in tighter. I could have placed better, and next year I want to win it. If you do that, you can set a precedent that makes that triggers something in all of our minds that, hey, if he can do it, we can too. We coming stronger. We even more, or, coming
I
tighter.
mean, I think, but I think we have to look at Josh. I mean, I think Josh is doing that right now. I think that's why people Josh Ortiz, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Is so
Yeah.
intrigued by him, like just doing the Arnold. You know what I mean? So like that's where I was like, man. I said, Josh did the Arnold. I said, what if I can do the Arnold and actually get like top
Mm,
six, top five, top six? I said, that'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but
mm,
it's like for Josh to do that, he even opened my eyes, like, no. And he looked good. But I was like, man, his back was this. I think he could have competed. You know, certain things you looking at, like, not to pick him apart, but like to be like, man, if you could have did, like, you could have did better. You know what I mean? So we can compete, man. We can compete. It may take a little longer, you know. It's gonna take a lot of work to do it. And I know